So a year and a half ago, I was doing some analysis of customer support tickets for a client, and basically, I was literally like reading through the conversations between customers and the customer support agent. And basically, what I noticed is that a lot of people were reaching out because they wanted to cancel, and this was, by the way, a direct to consumer brand who also sold a product on a subscription. So it was a consumable product. And a lot of reasons why people were reaching out to the customer support agent was because they wanted to cancel the subscription, right? And this was very, very popular reason for reaching out. And in every single reply from the customer support agent, the agent was saying, give me a minute. He comes back and like, okay, your subscription has been canceled. Bye. Right? That was pretty much, I'm talking about like hundreds of tickets like this, right? And I'm like, oh my God, this is like a golden opportunity, right? So I thought, imagine if CRO and copywriters were to actually train customer support agents to do two things: teach them how to extract information from customers, because those information, like, customer support agents are the ones that talk to customers every single day. They're the closest to the customers that anybody else in the business. Okay, so that's golden right there. So idea number one: teach them how to extract information from customers. Lesson number two is teach them how to handle objections, use the right selling angles, upselling products. What do you think about this idea?
Yeah, I think it's a really, first of all, this person has the person who we're talking to, this the consumer, is the most valuable person, because unlike the marketing team who hasn't bought the product ever, right? This person has actually taken the risk of pulling out their credit card and buying. And and so I think there's so much intellectual property in their head, that so much, like you said, juicy stuff in their head that we can kind of, extract. I absolutely think this is critically important. And one thing I'll say here is, a lot of times companies hear what you and I are talking and saying, oh, these guys are talking about completely re-platforming our entire operations. Do that experiment with one customer service person. Don't have to train everyone to do it. Do it with one person as a mini experiment, and see. I mean, what do you think about the idea of like doing it with one agent, seeing what kind of insights we're getting, and then if it's good, cross-pollinated?
It's like the MVP version of doing something, right? Instead of going full all in on one thing, this is a minimal viable product of training an agent.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good idea. I really like it. I think, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I want to make sure that it's clear is that I'm not talking about doing like the classic, phone companies do, where they get you on the phone and they ask you, they upsell you, they downsell you like 1,000 times with, here's a discount. I'm not even talking about that.
No.
I'm talking about like understanding truly why they're freaking canceling by asking questions, and then have even like 5% of selling skills,
Yep.
because these people are being hired for service, like to give customer support, right? To be nice and help people, right? They're not being trained, they're not being hired to learn how to sell, right? So even 5% of the skills, or even 1% of the skills of a copywriter, could be very powerful.
Well, think about it this way, Lorenzo. Imagine you and I were running a gym, and on Jan 1st, we had, 500 new signups. And on Jan 30th, they didn't renew. Now, one way to look at it is to say that, you know what, they don't want to renew, so they don't have to renew. Well, that's a very scrappy way of looking at it, because you and I know that people who continue working in the gym for 3 months continue working for 6 months, and those people have changed their lives. So in a way, you're actually, if someone has a subscription, they're canceling, maybe they're canceling because they don't have compelling enough reasons to continue. And, maybe they don't have enough evidence that it helps to continue. So you're not manipulating them. You're actually
Totally.
helping them become a better self from this. That's what you're doing. So no, I don't think I think it's absolutely a critical idea.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that people didn't think that I was gonna advise everybody to become like the average phone company that pitches you like 1,000 times before they cancel your subscription with them.
Exactly. Well, guys, please do subscribe to our channel. Write us comments. Tell us if you agree with this. Tell us if you've experimented with this idea, or if you have a horror story to share. We'd love to have a conversation. Ciao.
Oh.